Hello. I thought it was about time we had another little chat on spiritual and spiritualist matters. One of the things that was bothering me was that it's all about perception, isn't it? And just because I'm an ordained spiritualist minister doesn't mean that I've forgotten why I came to this point in my life, and that I was brought into spiritualism by going along to a church and watching a medium. And mediums get a bad press at the best of times, even in this popular age when you have lots of people working out, especially on social media and also around the halls and churches demonstrating mediumship. But I thought that perhaps we ought to remember that this is a jolly religion. It's not a religion of doom and gloom. People used to say, and perhaps they still do, that all we talk about is death and the dead. But as we know, there is no dead, there is no death. They're only words, and they're only the physical transition from one stage of life to another. And we look forward to that too. So again, there's no doom and gloom surrounding spiritualism, and perhaps that's why the Orthodox churches get fed up with us so much and try and pour water over our beliefs. However, they also promise their followers and believers eternal life on whatever terms they wish, but we say there are no terms. You just inherit eternal life. And of course we do say that we do need to be as good as possible while getting through this one, so to enjoy a better life in the hereafter. And of course we know that people who have gone on before us are able to communicate back with us from all the different levels of those heavenly dimensions. And one of the things that we do is prove that there is life after death by communication with that next world, the world to come, for all of us, everybody. And this is done through what we call mediumship by sensitives, and also often called psychics, because of course you have to be psychic in order to develop further, if you want to, your clairvoyant, clairaudient and clairsentient abilities in order to effect that communication. One of the very simple ways that we can do that is by giving messages to loved ones from loved ones on the other side. And of course, in ordinary circumstances, one has to identify that loved one, the communicator, to the satisfaction of the recipient. But there are other ways, of course, in which we can help people here with help from the world of spirit that we all serve, by means of various instruments and tools and so on. And I've always taught in my classes and workshops and circles psychic exercises through flower readings, sand readings, card readings, all sorts of things that you can actually use, and even divining rods, we've used those too. We all have all sorts of things, and all my pupils, past students, will remember all those fondly, I'm sure, and the fun that we've had too. As well as the tears and the emotional stuff that comes out as well, because in order to be good mediums we have to strip away our own problems and hang-ups, and that always brings some tearfulness with it. But of course after the storm comes the calm. Never mind the calm before the storm, there's a storm, and then it all becomes very calm, much calmer than before, and that's how I see it. So I thought I'd just demonstrate here, not giving messages to specific people who inquire of me on this video, but by just showing you that you can give messages by saying, for instance, linking in to your helpers and guides. We all have those on the other side. We just have to open our minds to accept their promptings. And of course, we have to say that everything we do is only for the good, in the light, and for truth. And that way we protect ourselves from any of the umnagatis, as Charles Dickens used to call them, the nasty spirits. We won't talk about them. We don't invite them in. So, for instance, I will give a message now using little angel cards, which are very nice things to have, to people with somebody with the name beginning with C, and that could be a first or second name. And what I get here is inspiration first off, and I'll say that you